I'm so glad you found your way here. Right now, somewhere inside you, a quiet battle is being fought. Your brain is preparing to dissolve the weight of this day, one chemical at a time. Tonight, you'll discover how sleep transforms stress into peace. Welcome to Sleepy Science Facts. Wherever you are right now, perhaps lying in the soft darkness, or feeling the gentle pull of tiredness behind your eyes, allow yourself this moment of stillness. We'll journey through 100 psychology facts about how your brain fights stress while you sleep. From the first moment your eyes close, to the quiet chemistry of healing, to the morning that waits for you. This thoughtful journey through the sleeping mind builds bridges between tired souls everywhere. A gentle subscribe, like, or sharing your thoughts creates a pathway for more restless hearts to discover this peaceful space, one sleepy soul at a time. Your presence here means the world to us. Let yourself settle completely here. Feel your jaw unclench, your breath deepen naturally. You can let these thoughts drift past without holding them. There's no test tomorrow, no need to remember anything. Sense that soothing heaviness enveloping you, like your consciousness slowly dimming its brightness. Thoughts dissolving into peaceful fog. Close your eyes and breathe deeply. You're floating where worries dissolve into gentle darkness. Let your mind merge with infinite calm. And now, we begin. You are not alone in feeling stressed tonight. Right now, as you listen to these words, countless others are also settling into rest, seeking the same peace you seek. This shared experience connects you to a quiet community of sleepy souls everywhere. But here is something gentle that science has revealed. Your brain already knows how to fight this. It has been doing so every night of your life, since before you could speak, since before you could walk. Tonight, as your eyes grow heavy, an ancient system will activate inside you. A system designed specifically to dissolve the weight you carry. Let us discover together how it works. Stress feels like a pressure in your chest. It feels like tension in your shoulders, like thoughts that won't quiet down. But what is stress? Really, at its core, stress is your body's preparation for action. When your brain perceives a challenge, whether it's a looming deadline or an unresolved argument, it triggers a cascade of responses designed to help you survive. Your heart beats faster. Your muscles tense. Your mind sharpens its focus. This is not a flaw in your design. This is your body trying to protect you. The challenge is not that you feel stress. The challenge is when stress never gets a chance to dissolve. And that is where sleep comes in. There is a hormone flowing through you right now that shapes how stressed you feel. It is called cortisol. Think of cortisol as your body's alertness system. When cortisol levels are high, you feel alert, focused, perhaps a little on edge. When cortisol levels drop, you feel calm, relaxed, ready for rest. Throughout a normal day, cortisol follows a predictable rhythm. It peaks in the morning, giving you energy to face the day. Then it gradually declines, reaching its lowest point late at night. This decline is not accidental. It is your body's way of preparing you for sleep. And during sleep, something beautiful happens. Your brain quietly works to reset this cortisol rhythm, preparing you for tomorrow. The stress response you feel has ancient origins. Thousands of generations ago, Your ancestors faced threats that required immediate physical action. A predator in the grass, a rival at the watering hole, a sudden storm approaching. Their brains evolved a system to handle these challenges. When threatened, their bodies would flood with stress hormones, preparing them to respond. This system kept them safe, and you inherited it. The challenge is that your brain cannot easily tell the difference between a predator and an overflowing inbox. Both trigger the same ancient response. But while your ancestors could run from their stress, you often cannot. You carry it with you into the night. Modern life creates a mismatch between your ancient stress system and your current reality. Your brain was designed for short bursts of intense alertness, followed by long periods of rest. Respond to the challenge, then rest. Face the situation, then recover. But today, the stressors rarely stop. Emails arrive at midnight. News cycles spin continuously. Social pressures follow you home. Your stress system, designed for brief challenges, now runs almost constantly. Scientists call this chronic stress, and research from recent years has shown that chronic stress can affect nearly every system in your body, from your immune function to your memory to your mood. But here is the hopeful truth. Sleep remains your body's most powerful reset. When stress lingers for too long, your brain begins to adapt in ways that can be gently reversed. Studies using brain imaging have shown that prolonged stress can temporarily affect several brain regions. The amygdala, your brain's emotional center, can become more sensitive. The hippocampus, involved in memory, may work a little differently. The prefrontal cortex, responsible for calm thinking, can become harder to access. But here is the comforting truth. These changes are not permanent. They are adaptations to a challenging environment, and the research consistently shows that sleep helps restore these regions to their natural balance. Night after night, your brain quietly works to heal itself. 3 brain regions play central roles in your experience of stress, and all 3 are transformed by sleep. The amygdala processes emotions, especially fear and anxiety. When you are stressed, your amygdala becomes more vigilant, scanning for potential concerns. The hippocampus helps form and store memories, including emotional ones. Chronic stress can make it harder for your hippocampus to function smoothly. The prefrontal cortex sits behind your forehead, helping you think clearly, make decisions, and regulate your emotions. Stress can disconnect this rational part of your brain from your emotional centers. Sleep reconnects these regions. Sleep calms the sensitive amygdala. Sleep supports the tired hippocampus. Sleep restores the prefrontal cortex. This is not poetry. This is neuroscience. Sleep is not simply the absence of wakefulness. Sleep is an active process, a deliberate intervention that your brain performs every night. While you rest, your brain does not rest. It works quietly. It cleans gently. It repairs carefully. It reorganizes peacefully. It processes the emotional residue of your day. Scientists once thought of sleep as a passive state, like a computer in standby mode. Now they understand that sleep is more like a maintenance crew that only works at night. Your brain has limited resources during the day, when it must handle the demands of conscious life. Sleep provides the opportunity for deep repair. Tonight, that repair is beginning. There is a challenging cycle that many people know too well. Stress makes it harder to sleep. Poor sleep makes you more vulnerable to stress. Round and round it goes. Research has shown that just one night of poor sleep can increase cortisol levels the following evening. Higher cortisol makes it harder to fall asleep the next night. More poor sleep follows. More stress accumulates. This cycle can feel difficult to break, but understanding it is the first step toward breaking it. Your brain wants to restore balance. It wants to complete its nightly healing work. Sometimes all it needs is permission. Permission to let go. Permission to trust the darkness. Permission to sleep. So yes, your brain fights stress every night, and tonight is no different. As you listen to these words, ancient systems are already activating within you. Your heart rate is slowing. Your muscles are releasing their grip. Your stress hormones are beginning their nightly decline. You don't have to force this process. You don't have to understand every detail. You simply have to allow it. Your brain has done this successfully every night of your life. It knows exactly what to do. All you need to do is let go. Let us discover what happens next. Your brain has been managing stress since before you took your first breath. In the womb, your developing nervous system was already learning the rhythms of rest and activity. As an infant, you slept up to 17 hours a day, your brain growing and organizing itself through cycles of deep restoration. As a child, sleep helped you process the overwhelming newness of each day. As a teenager, sleep supported the dramatic reorganization of your developing brain. Now, as an adult, sleep continues this lifelong work. Every night you have ever slept has prepared your brain to handle the stresses of the following day. Tonight is simply the latest chapter in this ongoing story of restoration. Here is a gentle truth. Your only job right now is to let go. You do not need to fix anything tonight. You do not need to solve any problems. You do not need to plan tomorrow or review today. Your brain will handle all of that while you sleep. The thinking mind wants to stay in control, wants to keep working, keep worrying, keep preparing. But the thinking mind needs rest. It needs to step aside and trust the deeper wisdom of your sleeping brain. That trust is your gift to yourself tonight. Simply allow yourself to receive it. Your body is already preparing for sleep. Perhaps you can notice the subtle signs: a heaviness in your limbs, a warmth spreading through your muscles, a softening behind your eyes. These sensations are not random. They are the physical signatures of your body shifting toward rest. Your parasympathetic nervous system, sometimes called the rest and digest system, is beginning to take over from your sympathetic nervous system, the alertness system that has guided you through the day. This shift happens automatically. You do not have to create it. You only have to notice it. Welcome it. Allow it to deepen. Your body knows the way. Your heart is slowing down. With each passing minute, the space between your heartbeats grows slightly longer. This is not a sign of weakness. This is a sign of trust. Your heart has been working hard all day, pumping blood, delivering oxygen, responding to every demand you placed upon it. Now, finally, it can rest. Heart rate, variability, the natural variation in time between heartbeats. often improves during relaxed states. A heart that can slow down easily is a healthy heart. As your heart rate drops, your entire cardiovascular system moves toward recovery. Feel it slowing now. Your breath is changing too. Notice how it has become slower, deeper, more rhythmic. You no longer need the quick, shallow breaths of alertness. Your body is shifting to the long, slow breaths of relaxation. Each exhale activates your vagus nerve, the wandering nerve that connects your brain to your body. Each exhale sends a signal downward, a signal that says it is safe to rest. You do not have to control your breathing. Simply notice it. Simply appreciate the rhythm that has sustained you since your first moment of life. Breath by breath, you are drifting towards sleep. Breath by breath, peace arrives. The crossing from wakefulness to sleep is more gradual than most people realize. There is no switch that flips, no clear boundary you cross. Instead, you drift through a gentle transition zone, a twilight state between two worlds. Scientists call this Stage 1 sleep, or N1. It typically lasts only a few minutes, but it marks the beginning of your brain's nightly transformation. During this stage, your brain waves begin to slow from the rapid beta waves of alert thinking to the gentler alpha waves of relaxed awareness, and then to the even slower theta waves of light sleep. You may experience fleeting images, fragments of thought, a sense of floating. This is normal. This is welcome. This is the doorway. Your brain waves are changing right now. If a scientist could observe your brain, they would see a transformation unfolding. The fast, irregular patterns of wakefulness are giving way to slower, more rhythmic oscillations. These slower waves are not a sign of reduced activity. They are a sign of coordination. Billions of neurons are beginning to synchronize their firing, like an orchestra tuning before a performance. This synchronization is essential for the healing work ahead. The slow waves that emerge during sleep allow different brain regions to communicate in ways they cannot during waking hours. Coordination is beginning. The orchestra is tuning. The performance is about to begin. Feel your muscles releasing their grip. Throughout the day, you hold tension without even knowing it. Your shoulders rise toward your ears. Your jaw clenches slightly. Your hands form subtle fists. Now, as sleep approaches, these tensions begin to dissolve. Your muscles receive permission to let go. This physical release is intimately connected to your mental release. When your body relaxes, it sends signals to your brain that the day's demands have passed. When your brain receives these signals, it allows your stress systems to quiet further. Body and mind are releasing together. Letting go is its own kind of healing. Your thoughts are becoming softer now. The sharp edges of daytime thinking are blurring. Ideas drift past without demanding attention. Worries lose their urgency. The logical, linear thinking of wakefulness gives way to something more fluid, more associative, more dreamlike. This loosening of thought is not a failure of your mind. It is a necessary transition. Your brain is preparing to process information in a different way, a way that requires the analytical mind to step aside. The thoughts that feel so pressing right now will still be there tomorrow, if you need them. For now, let them float away. Sometimes, as you drift towards sleep, your body jerks suddenly. A leg kicks. An arm twitches. You startle briefly awake. These are called hypnic jerks, or sleep starts, and they are completely normal. Scientists believe they occur because your brain is transitioning through sleep stages, and there is a momentary confusion between the waking state that controls your muscles and the sleeping state that will soon relax them. Some researchers think hypnic jerks are an ancient reflex, a last check to make sure you are secure before surrendering to sleep. If you experience one tonight, simply settle back. Your brain is testing the boundary between worlds. Soon, you will cross over completely. Cortisol, the stress hormone that has been shaping your day, is beginning its nightly decline. This is one of the most gentle shifts that happens as you fall asleep. Throughout the day, cortisol has kept you alert and ready to respond. But sustained high cortisol is tiring for your body and mind. As evening deepens into night, your adrenal glands receive signals to reduce cortisol production. This decline creates a biological space for rest. Without this drop in cortisol, true restorative sleep would be difficult or impossible. Your body is not just falling asleep. Your body is quietly creating the conditions for healing. The stress hormone is stepping aside. Room is being made for peace. Your body temperature is dropping slightly. This might seem like a minor detail, but it is actually meaningful for sleep. Your brain's sleep centers are sensitive to temperature, and a small drop signals that it is time for rest. This is why a cool room often feels more conducive to sleep than a warm one. Your body naturally reduces its core temperature as part of the sleep onset process, directing warmth toward your extremities. If your hands or feet feel slightly warmer as you drift off, this is a sign that your body is doing exactly what it should. You are cooling towards sleep. You are following an ancient rhythm. Melatonin, often called the sleep hormone, is rising within you. Produced by the pineal gland deep in your brain, melatonin responds to darkness. As the light fades, melatonin levels climb, creating a biochemical tide that pulls you towards sleep. But melatonin does more than just make you drowsy. Recent research suggests that melatonin has antioxidant properties, helping to protect your cells from wear. It may also play a role in immune function and even mood regulation. So as melatonin rises tonight, it is not just inviting sleep. It is preparing your body for the healing work ahead. The tide of sleep is coming in. Let it carry you. You are entering stage 2 sleep now. This stage, called N2 by sleep scientists, is where you will spend roughly half of your total sleep time tonight. Stage 2 is deeper than the threshold state you just passed through. In stage 2, your awareness of the outside world diminishes significantly. Sounds that might have woken you moments ago now pass unnoticed. Your muscles relax further. Your brain waves slow even more. And something special begins to appear in your brain's electrical activity. Brief bursts of rhythmic waves, lasting only a second or two, begin to punctuate the slower background rhythms. These are sleep spindles, and they mark a meaningful phase in your brain's nightly work. These first stages of sleep are the doorway to deeper healing. You have crossed a threshold that most of your day made impossible. The demands of wakefulness, the need for alertness, the pressure to perform, all of these have finally stepped aside. Your brain is free to begin its restoration work. The mechanisms are ancient, refined over millions of years of evolution. Every mammal that has ever lived has needed this transition. This surrender from the demands of day to the healing of night. You are participating in one of life's most fundamental processes. And now, we continue deeper. Let us pause here and notice your body. As you breathe out slowly, appreciate each tiny cell inside. Trillions of organisms working in silence. Heart beating, lungs breathing, brain thinking, all without your command. Notice the gentle sensations on your skin, in your muscles, along your spine. You are a complete ecosystem, diverse, self-balancing. Your brain knows exactly what to do next. It has done this every night of your life. Trust it. Let it work. Now we continue. Sleep spindles are one of the brain's most elegant creations. These brief bursts of rhythmic activity, lasting just 1 to 2 seconds each, appear hundreds of times during a normal night of sleep. For decades, scientists wondered what sleep spindles actually did. Now we know they serve multiple meaningful functions. Sleep spindles help protect your sleep from disruption, essentially filtering sensory information so that minor disturbances do not wake you. They also appear to play a role in memory consolidation, helping to transfer information from temporary storage to long-term memory. And research from 2024 suggests that sleep spindles may help regulate emotional memories. Specifically, these tiny bursts of brain activity are quietly reshaping your mind. While you sleep, your brain is sorting through everything you experienced today. Every conversation, every observation, every emotion. All of it is being reviewed. But not everything makes the cut. Your brain has limited long-term storage capacity, so it must be selective. During sleep, your hippocampus, the brain region involved in memory, replays the day's experiences. Events that were emotionally meaningful or that connect to existing knowledge are flagged for preservation. Events that were routine or irrelevant are allowed to fade. This sorting process happens automatically, without your conscious involvement. By morning, your memories of today will be cleaner, clearer, more organized. Sleep is editing your experience of life. Your emotions are being tagged and processed. Every feeling you experienced today left a trace in your brain, a pattern of neural activity waiting to be addressed. During sleep, your brain reviews these emotional traces. Which feelings were meaningful signals worth preserving? Which were temporary reactions that can be released? This emotional tagging is helpful for your psychological well-being. Without sleep, emotional memories accumulate without processing, making you feel increasingly overwhelmed. With adequate sleep, each night provides an opportunity to metabolize the emotions of the day. The anxiety, the frustration, the sadness, all of these are being reviewed, sorted, and either stored appropriately or gently released. The world outside is growing more distant. Sounds that might have caught your attention earlier now barely register. The sensation of your body against the bed is fading from awareness. The racing thoughts that occupied you an hour ago have dissolved into a gentle haze. This growing disconnection from external reality is not loss. It is freedom. Freedom from the constant demands of the waking world. Freedom to turn inward, where the real work of healing happens. Your brain is creating a protected space, a sanctuary where restoration can occur without interruption. Rest now in this protected space. You are safe here. This is perhaps the most meaningful thing to know as you drift deeper into sleep. Your brain would not allow such profound disconnection from the external world if safety were uncertain. The very fact that you are able to sleep is evidence that some deep part of you has decided, at least for now, that all is well. You can trust this judgment. You can trust the darkness. You can trust the ancient systems that have protected sleeping humans for hundreds of thousands of years. Safety wraps around you like a blanket. Let yourself sink into its comfort. You are entering the deepest phase of sleep now. Stage 3, also called slow wave sleep or deep sleep, is when your brain's most profound restoration occurs. In this stage, your brain waves slow to their lowest frequencies of the night, long rolling waves that sweep across your cortex like gentle tides. Your body is deeply relaxed now, your muscles almost completely at rest. Waking from this stage would be difficult and disorienting, which is why your brain protects it so carefully. This is the phase when physical recovery peaks, when your immune system strengthens, when your brain performs its deepest cleaning. You have arrived at the heart of sleep's healing power. Let it embrace you completely. Delta waves are moving through your brain. These slow, powerful oscillations, occurring at frequencies below 4 cycles per second, are the signature of deep sleep. When scientists first discovered delta waves, they assumed they indicated reduced brain activity. Now we know the opposite is true. Delta waves represent a highly organized form of brain activity, billions of neurons firing in synchrony. This synchronization allows for processes that cannot occur during the scattered activity of wakefulness. Memories are being consolidated. Cellular repair is accelerating. Waste is being cleared. The slow, sweeping movement of delta waves is not silence. It is a symphony of restoration, played at a frequency too slow for waking consciousness to hear. Every cell in your body is being repaired right now. Sleep is not just for your brain. It is for your entire organism. During deep sleep, your body releases growth hormone, which stimulates tissue repair and muscle recovery. Your cells accelerate their production of proteins, the building blocks of biological structures. Worn-out cellular components are recycled. This physical restoration is meaningful for health. Without adequate deep sleep, wounds heal more slowly, muscles recover poorly from exercise, and the body's tissues accumulate wear over time. Tonight, as you rest, your body is rebuilding itself at the molecular level. You will wake slightly renewed. Growth hormone is flowing through your system. This powerful chemical, released primarily during deep sleep, triggers healing processes throughout your body. In children, growth hormone supports physical development. In adults, it promotes tissue repair, muscle maintenance, and metabolic health. The release of growth hormone during sleep is so meaningful that disrupting deep sleep, even without reducing total sleep time, can significantly affect the body's recovery from physical effort. Athletes understand this intuitively. Recovery happens during rest, not during training. What is true for elite athletes is true for everyone. Your body cannot repair itself adequately without deep sleep. Tonight, growth hormone is doing its quiet, essential work. let it continue undisturbed. Your brain has a cleaning system that scientists first described in 2012, called the Glymphatic System. This waste clearance network removes toxins and metabolic debris from your brain tissue. A year later, in 2013, researchers made another gentle discovery. They found that this cleaning system is far more active during sleep than during wakefulness, sometimes up to 10 times more efficient. This finding transformed our understanding of why we need rest. During waking hours, the glymphatic system operates at reduced capacity. But during sleep, something beautiful happens. Cerebrospinal fluid flows through your brain tissue, washing away the waste products that accumulated during the day. Right now, as you rest, your brain is being gently cleansed. Your brain cells shrink during sleep, and this creates something beautiful. The space between them, called the interstitial space, expands by as much as 60% compared to wakefulness. This expansion opens wider channels for cerebrospinal fluid to flow through your brain tissue. Scientists discovered this using advanced imaging in both sleeping and waking subjects. The shrinking of brain cells during sleep is not weakness. It is intelligent design. Your brain is creating the conditions for its own cleansing. The lower levels of norepinephrine during sleep allow this expansion to happen naturally. You do not need to make it happen. It occurs automatically, every night, as part of your body's ancient wisdom. Waste products are being washed away right now. The byproducts of neural activity, the metabolic debris of thinking and feeling and perceiving. All of it is being carried toward your bloodstream for eventual elimination. This is not a metaphor. This is physical reality, documented through brain imaging studies that track the flow of cerebrospinal fluid. Without this nightly cleaning, waste products would accumulate in your brain tissue, affecting function over time. Sleep is your brain's shower, its daily bath. It's essential hygiene. The stress hormones that flowed through you today, the cellular debris, all of these are being cleared. You are being washed clean. Proteins that are no longer needed are being cleared like leaves from a stream. Throughout the day, normal brain activity produces proteins that can become misfolded or accumulate. If these proteins build up, they can interfere with healthy brain function. Sleep provides the opportunity to clear these proteins before they cause concern. The glymphatic system, active primarily during deep sleep, flushes these molecules out of your brain tissue. This nightly clearing is one of the reasons why chronic sleep deprivation can affect brain health over time. Tonight, your brain is performing essential maintenance. It is removing the debris that could otherwise accumulate. Cortisol has reached its lowest point of the day. The stress hormone that shaped your waking experience is now at its nadir, allowing your body and mind to enter their deepest state of restoration. This low point typically occurs around midnight, though individual variations exist. The suppression of cortisol during early sleep is not passive. It is quietly maintained by your brain's sleep centers, which calm the system that produces cortisol. This creates a biological window for healing. While cortisol is low, other hormones can do their work without interference. Growth hormone rises. Melatonin peaks. The conditions for restoration are optimal. Your stress system is finally at rest. In deep sleep, you are being cleansed, renewed, restored. This is not wishful thinking or pleasant metaphor. This is the reality of what happens in your brain when the conditions are right. Billions of neurons are synchronized in slow waves of activity. Cerebrospinal fluid is washing through expanded channels. Stress hormones are suppressed. Growth hormones are elevated. Proteins are being cleared. Memories are being consolidated. Cell repair is accelerating. All of this is happening right now, as you listen, as you drift, as you let go. Deep sleep is nature's most gentle medicine. You're still here, still drifting with these gentle facts. Take a slow breath. Notice how your body feels a little lighter now, as if the weight of the day has been lifted, just slightly. We're wandering through the science of sleep together. You and I and everyone listening in the quiet dark. There's no rush, no destination, just the gentle momentum of curiosity carrying us forward. Let's continue. Your immune system quietly strengthens as you rest. This is one of sleep's gentler but equally meaningful functions. During slow-wave sleep, your body increases production of cytokines, signaling molecules that coordinate immune responses. It also enhances the function of T cells, the white blood cells that identify and respond to challenges in your body. Studies have shown that people who sleep well tend to have more resilient immune systems than those who sleep poorly. Sleep is not just rest for your mind. It is quiet reinforcement for your body's natural defenses. Tonight, as you drift deeper into rest, you are becoming gently more resilient. Inflammation from stress is calming down. Chronic stress triggers inflammatory processes throughout your body, producing molecules that, over time, can contribute to various health concerns. Sleep helps reverse this process. During deep sleep, levels of inflammatory markers tend to decrease, while calming processes become more active. This nightly reduction in inflammation helps protect your cardiovascular system, supports healthy metabolism, and may even influence your mood. The inflammatory effects of a stressful day are not permanent. They can be reversed, night after night, if sleep is allowed to do its work. As you rest now, the body's stress responses that were active earlier today are being gently quieted. Your blood pressure has dropped to its lowest point of the day. Your heart is beating slowly, efficiently, with minimal effort. Your blood vessels have relaxed, reducing the resistance your heart must pump against. This cardiovascular rest is meaningful for long-term health. People who consistently get adequate sleep tend to have healthier cardiovascular function than those who sleep poorly. The daily demands of modern life place continuous pressure on your cardiovascular system. Sleep provides the only extended period when these demands are truly lifted. Right now, your heart is resting. Your blood vessels are recovering. Your entire circulatory system is being given the gift of peace. The tension you carried in your muscles today is dissolving. During deep sleep, your muscles reach their most relaxed state. The chronic tension that accumulates from stress, from daily activities, from unconscious bracing against the challenges of life, all of it has the opportunity to release. This muscular relaxation is not just physical relief. It also sends signals to your brain that the day's demands have passed. Body and mind are intimately connected. When your muscles release, your stress systems quiet further. When your stress systems quiet, your muscles can release even more. a gentle cycle of relaxation is deepening. Your energy stores are being refilled. Sleep is when your brain replenishes its primary fuel, glucose and glycogen, stored in cells that support neural function. During waking hours, this fuel is steadily consumed. Without sleep, the reserves would eventually run low, affecting cognitive function. Sleep also helps regulate how your body processes and stores energy throughout. Insulin sensitivity tends to improve with adequate sleep, making it easier for your cells to access the energy they need. The tiredness you feel after a poor night's sleep is not imaginary. Your brain is literally running low on fuel. Tonight, as you sleep deeply, your energy reserves are being restored. Memories from today are being moved into long-term storage. This process, called memory consolidation, is one of sleep's most meaningful functions for cognitive health. During the day, your hippocampus rapidly records new experiences, holding them in temporary storage. During sleep, particularly deep sleep, these temporary records are gradually transferred to the neocortex, where they become more permanent parts of your knowledge and experience. Studies from recent years have confirmed that this transfer relies on the coordination of slow oscillations and sleep spindles. The memories being processed tonight include not just facts and events, but also skills, insights, and emotional understandings. Sleep is making your experiences part of who you are. Not everything from today will be remembered. This is not a failure of your memory system. It is a valuable feature. Your brain cannot store everything, and it should not try. During sleep, your brain decides what to keep and what to let go. Experiences that were emotionally meaningful or that connect well to existing knowledge are prioritized for preservation. Routine events, redundant information, and passing impressions are allowed to fade. This editing process happens without your conscious involvement. You do not need to decide what to remember. Your sleeping brain will make those decisions for you, guided by the wisdom of evolution. Your neural connections are being pruned. This might sound concerning, but it is actually meaningful for healthy brain function. During waking hours, as you learn and experience, your brain strengthens existing connections and forms new ones. But if this process continued indefinitely, your neural networks would become cluttered and inefficient. Sleep provides the opportunity for synaptic pruning, the selective adjustment of connections that are not being used or reinforced. This pruning makes your remaining neural networks stronger and more efficient. By morning, your brain will have more streamlined connections than it did tonight, and the connections it retains will be better organized and more useful. Your synapses are being reset to baseline sensitivity. This process, called synaptic homeostasis, ensures that your brain remains responsive to new learning. During the day, repeated experiences strengthen certain synapses, making them more likely to fire. But if synapses only got stronger and never reset, your brain would eventually lose its ability to learn new things. Sleep provides a partial reset, reducing overall synaptic strength while preserving the relative differences between strongly reinforced connections and others. The result is a brain that retains what it learned while remaining open to new experience. Tomorrow, your brain will be ready to learn again. You are halfway through the night. The deepest cleaning has happened. The most intense physical restoration has occurred. Cortisol has reached its lowest point. Growth hormone has done its most concentrated work. Your brain has been washed clean by cerebrospinal fluid. Your memories have begun their consolidation. Your synapses have started their reset. There is still more healing ahead. But you have already accomplished so much simply by lying here, simply by letting go, simply by trusting the ancient wisdom of your sleeping brain. The journey continues. The night deepens, and you drift onward. Imagine, even now, that time moves differently here, while the vast universe continues to spin, expand, change. This moment you're breathing, listening, is unique to you. There is nowhere else you need to be, nothing else you need to do, no one else you need to become. You are exactly where you belong, floating in the space between waking and sleeping, between effort and rest, between today and tomorrow. Cherish this moment. It will never come again in exactly this way. And we continue drifting. A gentler kind of healing is beginning now. You are entering REM sleep, the stage of sleep most associated with dreaming. REM stands for rapid eye movement, named for the distinctive movements your eyes make beneath closed lids during this phase. REM sleep serves different purposes than the deep sleep you just experienced. While deep sleep focuses on physical restoration and memory consolidation, REM sleep specializes in emotional processing and creative integration. Your brain is about to rehearse the experiences you had today, working through emotional residue, exploring possible responses, and making connections between disparate experiences. This is the sleep of the dreaming mind. Let it begin. Your eyes are moving gently beneath closed lids. These movements, invisible to you but clearly visible to observers, are one of the most distinctive features of REM sleep. Scientists still explore exactly why the eyes move during this phase. Some believe the movements are connected to dream content, that your eyes are tracking objects in the dream world. Others think the movements serve a neurological function unrelated to dream imagery. What we know for certain is that REM sleep is meaningful for emotional and cognitive health. The eye movements are a sign that deep processing is occurring. Your dreams are beginning to form. Your body is gently still now, protectively so. During REM sleep, your brain sends signals that essentially disconnect your motor neurons from your voluntary muscles, preventing you from acting out your dreams. This temporary stillness is called atonia, and it is a normal and necessary part of healthy sleep. Without it, dreamers would move in response to dream content. The stillness is not complete. Your diaphragm continues to function so you can breathe. Your eye muscles remain active, but the large muscles of your limbs are effectively at rest. You are held safely in place while your dreaming mind is free to roam wherever it needs to go. Your brain is almost as active as when you are awake. Brain imaging studies have shown that during REM sleep, overall neural activity approaches waking levels. This is profoundly different from deep sleep, when activity is reduced and synchronized. During REM, different brain regions light up with varied patterns of activity, including areas involved in emotion, memory, and sensory processing. The prefrontal cortex, responsible for logic and impulse control, shows reduced activity, which may explain why dreams often feel illogical or fantastical. But the limbic system, the emotional core of the brain, is highly active. REM sleep is intensely emotional. This emotional intensity serves a meaningful purpose. Dreams are beginning to form. Whether you remember them tomorrow or not, you are almost certainly dreaming right now. These nocturnal narratives emerge from the activity patterns in your sleeping brain, creating experiences that feel real in the moment. Dreams can be mundane or fantastical, pleasant or unsettling, coherent or chaotic. But beneath their infinite variety lies a common function. Dreams are your brain's way of processing information, especially emotionally charged information. They are not random noise. They are not meaningless entertainment. They are part of your brain's effort to make sense of your life. Let your dreams unfold. Why do we dream? This question has fascinated humans for thousands of years, and science is finally providing some answers. Dreams appear to serve multiple functions. They help consolidate emotional memories, processing the feelings of the day and integrating them with older experiences. They may help explore solutions, combining ideas in novel ways that waking consciousness would not consider. They may provide a safe space to rehearse challenging scenarios, preparing us to face difficulties without real-world consequences. And they may simply be a byproduct of the memory consolidation process, the subjective experience of neurons replaying and reorganizing themselves. Your dreams tonight are doing meaningful work. Your amygdala, the brain's emotional center, is being recalibrated during REM sleep. The amygdala tends to become more sensitive under chronic stress, making you more reactive to perceived concerns. This sensitivity contributes to anxiety, irritability, and emotional overreaction. REM sleep helps restore the amygdala to baseline sensitivity. During REM, the amygdala is active but receives different chemical signals than it does during waking. Specifically, norepinephrine, a stress-related neurotransmitter, is largely absent during REM sleep. This creates conditions for the amygdala to process emotional memories without the chemical signature of stress. Research has shown that a good night of REM sleep can literally reduce amygdala reactivity the following day. Your emotional center is being calmed. Stress chemicals are absent during your dreams. This is one of the most meaningful features of REM sleep for emotional processing. Norepinephrine, a neurotransmitter closely associated with stress and anxiety, drops to near zero levels during REM sleep. This neurochemical quiet creates a unique environment for processing difficult emotions. Your brain can replay stressful experiences without the chemical signals that would normally accompany them. It is like being able to review a challenging memory while feeling completely calm. This may be why dreams can sometimes address difficult emotional material that we avoid when awake. The stress chemicals are quiet now. Your brain is processing emotions in safety. Difficult feelings are being worked through. Whatever anxiety, frustration, sadness, or disappointment you experienced today, your dreaming brain is engaged with it now. This processing may not feel like traditional problem solving. Dreams rarely present logical solutions to practical problems, but they offer something different and equally valuable. They allow emotional experiences to be integrated, connected to other memories, and gradually softened. The sharp edges of difficult feelings are being smoothed. The intensity of emotional reactions is being reduced. This happens without your conscious involvement or effort. Your dreaming mind is doing the work. You only need to let it continue. REM. Sleep is emotional first aid, healing wounds you cannot see. This poetic description is also scientifically accurate. Researchers have shown that REM sleep helps reduce the emotional intensity of negative memories. After a night of good REM sleep, people report that difficult experiences from the day before feel less overwhelming. The memory remains, but its emotional charge has been reduced. This is sometimes called overnight therapy. Your brain provides it automatically, night after night, as long as you give it the opportunity. Sleep is healing the invisible wounds of your day. Let the healing continue. Difficult memories are being softened. Even if you did not experience anything particularly challenging today, your brain may still be processing older, difficult memories during REM sleep. The mechanism appears to be similar. When emotional memories are replayed during the low norepinephrine environment of REM sleep, their association with stress responses is gradually reduced. The memory remains intact, but the intense emotional reaction it once triggered becomes less automatic. Over time, with sufficient REM sleep, even very difficult experiences can be integrated in ways that reduce their power to disturb. Tonight, old concerns may be healing alongside new ones. Your sleeping brain is working through time itself. What concerned you today may feel less pressing tomorrow. This is not a promise, but it is a strong probability if you sleep well tonight. Studies have consistently shown that adequate sleep, particularly REM sleep, reduces emotional reactivity to previously troubling stimuli. The neural pathways that link certain memories to stress responses are being recalibrated. The intensity of your reactions is being reduced. This does not mean your challenges will be solved. It means you will be better equipped to face them. Sleep transforms not the challenges of your life, but your capacity to meet those challenges with calm. Creativity is emerging in your sleeping brain. One of the lesser-known benefits of REM sleep is its contribution to creative thinking. During dreams, your brain makes connections between ideas that might seem unrelated during waking consciousness. The reduced activity in the prefrontal cortex removes some of the logical constraints that normally filter our thinking. Distant associations become possible. Novel combinations emerge. Many artists, scientists, and inventors have reported breakthrough ideas that came to them in dreams or immediately upon waking. Whether or not you remember any creative insights tomorrow, your sleeping brain is making connections that would be difficult or impossible during the day. Creativity is being born in darkness. Solutions are appearing that your waking mind could not find. Have you ever gone to bed puzzling over something and woken with clarity? This common experience reflects real cognitive processes that occur during sleep, particularly REM sleep. Your dreaming brain continues to work on matters that occupied your waking attention, but it approaches them differently, without the constraints of logic or practicality. Sometimes this leads nowhere, but sometimes it produces genuine insights. Scientists call this sleep-dependent problem-solving. Even if you are not aware of puzzling over anything specific tonight, your brain may be working on challenges you did not consciously notice. Dreams are not random. They are your brain's way of making peace with the complexity of experience. Every day, you are flooded with information, sensations, emotions, and challenges. Waking consciousness can only process a fraction of this input in real time. Sleep, particularly REM sleep, provides an extended opportunity to sort through everything that happened, to find patterns and meanings, to integrate new experiences with old understanding. Your dreams tonight, whether remembered or forgotten, are part of this integrative process. They are not entertainment. They are essential. They are your brain making sense of your life. Your brain is deciding what emotions to keep. Not every feeling from today needs to be preserved in full intensity. Your sleeping brain is reviewing your emotional experiences and making decisions about their long-term fate. Strong emotions that were appropriate responses to meaningful events may be preserved, becoming part of your emotional memory. Passing irritations, fleeting frustrations, and minor anxieties can be allowed to fade. This emotional curation is helpful for psychological health. Without it, we would accumulate emotional weight indefinitely. With it, each night provides an opportunity to release what no longer serves us. Let the unnecessary emotions go. Meaningful feelings are being preserved. While some emotions from today will fade, others will be consolidated into long-term emotional memory. Love, joy, pride, gratitude. These positive emotions are being strengthened, made more accessible for future reference. Your brain is not just releasing difficult feelings, it is also reinforcing positive ones. The moments of connection, achievement, and meaning from your day are being woven into the fabric of your emotional life. This is why good experiences matter, and why recalling them before sleep may help strengthen their storage. Positive emotions are being preserved tonight. They will be there when you need them. Unnecessary anxiety is being let go. The worries that loomed so large a few hours ago are being evaluated by your sleeping brain. Which ones represent real concerns requiring attention? Which ones were products of a tired mind? A sensitive amygdala, a stress system that was running too actively. Your dreaming brain is making these distinctions, reducing the emotional charge of worries that do not merit preservation. This is not denial or avoidance. This is accurate recalibration. By morning, you may find that anxieties that felt overwhelming tonight have been reduced to their appropriate size. Sleep provides perspective that waking consciousness cannot achieve. Tomorrow's emotional state is being built right now. The quality of your REM sleep tonight will significantly influence how you feel tomorrow. Adequate REM sleep is associated with better mood, greater emotional resilience, and improved ability to regulate emotional responses. Insufficient REM sleep is associated with irritability, emotional overreaction, and difficulty managing stress. Your dreams are not just processing the past. They are preparing you for the future. The emotional processing happening right now is creating the foundation for tomorrow's psychological state. How you feel when you wake up, how you respond to challenges, how you connect with others. All of this is being shaped by the sleep you are getting now. Sleep cycles through deep and REM sleep, again and again, throughout the night. You have already completed several of these cycles. Each one lasts around 90 minutes, though this can vary from 70 to over 100 minutes. Early in the night, the cycles contained more deep sleep and less REM. As the night progresses, the balance shifts. REM periods become longer and more intense, while deep sleep periods become shorter. This pattern ensures that you receive the benefits of both types of sleep in appropriate proportions. The architecture of sleep is elegant and purposeful. Trust the rhythm. The sleep cycles continue, carrying you through the night. Each cycle brings a slightly different balance of healing. Earlier, deep sleep dominated, focusing on physical restoration and memory consolidation. Now, REM sleep takes a larger role, emphasizing emotional processing and cognitive integration. This shift is not random. It reflects the changing needs of your brain as the night progresses. The most pressing physical restoration was handled first. Now there is time for the subtler work of emotional healing and creative insight. Your brain is a master of resource allocation. It knows what you need and when you need it. Trust its wisdom. Your dreams are becoming longer and more vivid. The REM periods later in the night can last 30 minutes or more, compared to 10 minutes earlier. This extended dream time allows for more complex emotional processing and more elaborate dream narratives. You may remember these longer dreams more easily than the brief dreams from early in the night, or you may remember nothing at all. Either way, the processing is happening. Your dreaming brain is working through material that earlier cycles could only begin to address. The deepest physical cleaning has already been done. Your glymphatic system worked most actively during the early night, when deep sleep was most prevalent. The waste products that accumulated during yesterday have largely been cleared. What remains now is the fine-tuning, the continued clearing, and the ongoing restoration of neural function. Your brain is not less active now than it was earlier. It is simply focusing on different priorities. Physical restoration continues gently, while emotional and cognitive processing takes center stage. Your body temperature is beginning to rise. Throughout the night, your core temperature dropped, reaching its lowest point during the deepest sleep. Now, as morning approaches, it begins to climb again. This gradual warming is part of your body's preparation for waking. Rising temperature triggers a cascade of changes, including increased cortisol production, faster heart rate, and heightened alertness. You are not experiencing these changes consciously yet, but they are beginning, beneath the surface of awareness. Your body is anticipating the dawn. Your brain has been working all night, and the results are showing. The stress you carried into bed has been processed, softened, reorganized. Your stress hormones have been reset. Your emotional memories have been recalibrated. Your physical systems have been restored. Your neural connections have been optimized. None of this required your conscious effort. All of it happened because you allowed yourself to sleep. This is the profound power of rest. Your brain is succeeding in its nightly work. You might be feeling deeply relaxed now. That is perfectly fine. Breathe slowly. Feel the cycles. Sleep cycles through stages. Body cycles through breath. Earth cycles through seasons. Stars cycle through space. All are circles. Cycles. Endless rhythms. Like your breath. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. A small cycle within the vast universe. You are part of that eternal movement. You don't need to hold on to anything. Let everything unfold in its perfect order. like planets silently rotating in their orbits. Unhurried, unresisting, simply existing. We're almost there now. Cortisol is beginning to rise again. This might sound concerning, but it is healthy and necessary. The morning rise in cortisol, called the Cortisol Awakening Response, prepares your body for a new day. It mobilizes energy and sharpens alertness. The difference between healthy morning cortisol and chronic stress is rhythm. Cortisol should rise in the morning and fall at night. Tonight's sleep has helped reset this rhythm, ensuring your cortisol will follow its natural pattern tomorrow. Serotonin is being prepared for your waking hours. This neurotransmitter, closely associated with mood and well-being, plays a complex role in sleep and waking. Serotonin levels drop during REM sleep, allowing dreams to unfold freely. As morning approaches, serotonin systems begin to reactivate, preparing to support your mood throughout the coming day. Adequate sleep supports healthy serotonin function. The serotonin that will shape your tomorrow is being readied now. Your prefrontal cortex has been restored. This region behind your forehead handles decision-making, impulse control, and emotional regulation. It is particularly sensitive to fatigue. When tired, your prefrontal cortex struggles, and you may react more emotionally or make less clear choices. Sleep restores prefrontal function. Studies show that well-rested individuals demonstrate stronger prefrontal activity than those who are sleep-deprived. Tomorrow, your prefrontal cortex will be ready to guide you calmly through whatever arises. Your emotional resilience has been rebuilt. Resilience fluctuates with sleep, stress, and health. Tonight, your sleeping brain has worked to restore your capacity for handling challenges. Your amygdala has been recalibrated. Your cortisol rhythm has been reset. Your emotional memories have been processed. Tomorrow, you will be better equipped to handle disappointment, frustration, and uncertainty. Sleep does not prevent difficult emotions. It prepares you to meet them with greater calm. Yesterday's learning has become permanent. The experiences and information you encountered have been consolidated during sleep, transferred from temporary storage to more lasting networks. You may not notice this consolidation consciously, but the change is real. What you learned yesterday is now more durably stored, more integrated with existing knowledge, more available for future use. Sleep has quietly transformed temporary experience into lasting memory. Your capacity for creativity has been enhanced. The unique neural activity of REM sleep, with its distant associations and freedom from logical constraints, has opened new pathways in your brain. Ideas that seemed unrelated before sleep may now be connected. Solutions that seemed unavailable may now be accessible. You may not experience a dramatic creative breakthrough tomorrow, but your creative potential has been nurtured and expanded by tonight's sleep. Creativity has been quietly cultivated. Your attention span has been restored. Sustained attention requires cognitive resources that become depleted during waking hours. The longer you stay awake, the harder it becomes to focus. Sleep replenishes these resources. The neurons that support attention have been restored. The neural networks that maintain focus have been refreshed. Tomorrow, you will be able to concentrate more effectively than you could tonight. This restored attention will help you engage more fully with your day. Small annoyances will bother you less. This is one of the subtle but meaningful benefits of good sleep. When you are well rested, your emotional reactions are more proportionate. Minor inconveniences remain minor. Small frustrations do not escalate. This emotional balance reflects the healthy function of your prefrontal cortex working with your limbic system. Sleep supports this regulatory relationship. Tomorrow, you will likely respond to small challenges with greater equanimity. Hope has been renewed. This might seem like a gentle claim to make about sleep, but research supports it. People who sleep well tend to be more optimistic about the future than those who sleep poorly. The relationship is bidirectional. Hopelessness can affect sleep, and poor sleep can affect outlook. But adequate sleep, particularly REM sleep, is associated with improved mood and a more positive perspective. Tomorrow may feel more manageable. By morning, you will be stronger than you were tonight. Not dramatically stronger, not invincible, but measurably, meaningfully more capable of handling whatever the day brings. Your stress systems will be restored. Your cognitive functions will be refreshed. Your emotional resilience will be rebuilt. All of this has happened because you allowed yourself to sleep. Your brain is preparing you well for tomorrow. Sleep is a gift you give yourself every night. In a world that celebrates productivity and constant activity, choosing to sleep can feel almost rebellious. But sleep is not laziness. Sleep is not weakness. Sleep is perhaps the most profound form of self-care available to you. It costs nothing. It requires no special equipment. It has no side effects. And it provides benefits that no other activity can match. Tonight, you have given yourself a valuable gift. Everyone who has ever lived needed this rest. From the earliest humans who huddled in caves to the most accomplished people of the modern world, everyone has needed to sleep. This universal necessity connects you to all of humanity. Across all of history, sleep is the great equalizer. No one is exempt from its call. In surrendering to sleep tonight, you join an endless procession of human beings who have done exactly the same. Closing your eyes takes trust. Sleep requires a form of vulnerability that we rarely acknowledge. You must release alertness. You must disconnect from the world. You must enter a state where you cannot monitor your surroundings. This surrender is only possible when some part of you feels safe. The very fact that you can sleep is evidence that safety is present. Rest in this safety. Even in sleep, you are protected. Your sleeping brain is not entirely disconnected from the world. Certain sounds can still wake you. Your brain maintains just enough connection to the external world to alert you if something genuinely requires attention. But this protective awareness operates far below conscious awareness. It allows you to sleep deeply while remaining responsive. You are guarded while you rest. How does your brain fight stress? With patience, not force. With chemistry, not struggle. With time, not urgency. The stress you carried into tonight's sleep will not be overcome by effort. It will be dissolved by the gentle, persistent work of your sleeping brain. Cortisol will be cleared. Emotions will be processed. Neural connections will be reset. The brain fights stress by creating the conditions for healing. Sleep is not weakness. Rest is strength gathering. In a culture that glorifies exhaustion, this truth needs to be repeated. The most capable, Resilient people understand that sleep is not something to minimize. It is the foundation upon which all performance rests. Athletes sleep to recover. Scientists sleep to discover. Artists sleep to create. You sleep to be yourself more fully. Right now, as you listen, healing is happening. Not metaphorically, literally. Your glymphatic system is clearing waste. Your hormones are rebalancing. Your memories are consolidating. Your emotions are processing. Your tissues are repairing. This is not something you need to make happen. It is something your body does automatically, given the opportunity. The healing continues regardless. You have earned this peace. Whatever happened today, whatever challenges you faced, whatever mistakes you made, you have earned this rest. Sleep is not a reward that must be deserved. It is a biological necessity that every human needs. But if reassurance helps, know that you have done enough. Today is over. Tomorrow can wait. Tomorrow's concerns can wait. The matters that felt pressing hours ago will still be there in the morning, but you will be better equipped to handle them. Your brain will be restored. Your perspective will be clearer. Your emotional resilience will be stronger. There is nothing you can address tonight that sleep will not help you address better tomorrow. Sleep is your brain's act of kindness toward yourself. Every night, your brain works to undo the wear of the day. It clears waste. It processes difficulty. It resets systems that have been working hard. This nightly restoration is an act of self-compassion performed at the deepest biological level. Your brain is taking care of you. Accept this kindness. Day and night, effort and rest, forever balanced. This is the rhythm of all life on Earth. Plants rest. Animals rest. Humans rest. The cycle of activity and recovery is woven into the fabric of existence. You are not fighting this rhythm when you sleep. You are joining it. You are participating in life's fundamental pattern. Your body knows what to do. You do not need to understand every mechanism described tonight. You do not need to remember the names of hormones or brain regions. Your body has been sleeping successfully your entire life without conscious instruction. The wisdom of sleep is built into you. Trust it. You do not need to try. Just let go. Sleep is not something you achieve through effort. It is something you receive through surrender. The harder you try to sleep, the more elusive it becomes. But when you simply allow sleep to come, it arrives naturally. Let go now. In this very breath, restoration continues. Your brain works without instruction, repairing without effort. This is not something you need to create or control. It is something your body does naturally, given only the gift of stillness. The healing that began when you first closed your eyes tonight has not stopped. It simply continues, breath by breath, moment by moment. The answer was never to fight harder. It was always to rest. It was always to trust. It was always to sleep. Your brain knows how to address stress. It does so not with force, but with patience. Not with struggle, but with surrender. Not with effort, but with rest. Sleep is here now, waiting for you. And so, our quiet journey through the sleeping mind comes to a gentle close. We have traveled from the weight of waking stress to the deep valleys of slow-wave sleep. from the dancing dreams of REM to the peaceful shores of restoration. Along the way, we discovered that your brain is not passive when you sleep. It works for you. It cleans and heals and processes and prepares. It takes the raw material of your day and transforms it into the foundation for a better tomorrow. From cortisol rhythms to glymphatic washing, from emotional processing to synaptic pruning, we have glimpsed the profound intelligence of sleep. Sleep reminds us that healing often happens in darkness, in silence, in surrender. Much of your brain's most meaningful work occurs while you are unaware, in the quiet hours when consciousness rests. Sleep reveals the wisdom of letting go, the power of trust, the necessity of rest. Without sleep, the stress of life would accumulate without resolution. By choosing to rest, you choose healing. In these final moments, take the deepest breath you can. Think about consciousness itself. Yours. Everyone listening. All awareness everywhere. Perhaps all connected in ways we do not yet understand. You are not alone in your struggles. You are not alone in your need for rest. Countless people are sleeping right now. Their brains doing exactly what your brain is doing. Addressing stress. Seeking healing. Surrendering to the night. Let your entire being dissolve into that shared experience. Into the ocean of sleeping minds. Into dreamless rest. Into the space before thought. Prepare for deep sleep. No boundaries left. Only peace. If this gentle journey through sleep science helped you find peace tonight, perhaps share it softly with someone else who is searching. A gentle like and subscribe helps other sleepless souls discover this peaceful space too. One quiet tap, one peaceful night at a time. Your healing journey inspires ours. But there is no need to do anything now. Nothing at all. You have traveled far tonight, farther than most journeys take you. You can allow these thoughts of sleep and stress and healing to fade now, like morning mist dissolving in sunlight, leaving only the quiet calm behind. Let your breathing deepen. Let your body feel heavier, as if the earth itself is gently pulling you down into its embrace. If sleep comes, let it carry you like a leaf on a slow river, smoothly, inevitably, into a realm where time and weight no longer matter. If your eyes are still open, the next video is waiting for you, ready to continue the journey. But if they are closed, stay there. Stay in the darkness that feels safe and warm. Tomorrow, the science of sleep will still be there. Your brain will continue to care for you tonight and every night. But tonight belongs to stillness. Rest well, sleepy soul. And remember, your brain has been taking care of you since before you could speak. It will continue taking care of you tonight. Where science meets sleep, dream deeper with bedtime science. Good night.